Hey guys, if you're new here, my name's Emmanuel Camia, and I just want to ask you guys to hit the subscribe button, leave a like underneath this video, and if you want more basketball takes when news is breaking, follow me on Twitter/X at @E_Camia. Let's jump into this topic. In 2025, I don't see USA winning FIBA World Cup anymore than they're going to be winning the Olympics in 2028. And as more and more money pours into basketball globally, you're going to see a lot more talent being developed. And what do I mean by this? When money from like Saudi Arabia gets into basketball like it's gotten into soccer, you're going to see leagues pop up. You're going to see more developmental leagues, more scouting, so that they're able to pick diamonds in the rough like Joel Embiid in Africa. And the amount of talent in the world is just going to be so much more than the United States. Because right now, in the United States pipeline, you have a kid like Cooper Flagg coming up. Cooper Flagg, who is committed to Duke, he was at Team USA practice in Las Vegas, and he showed really upsides to him playing basketball, and everyone liked what they saw from him. He's definitely going to be on the 2028 Olympics team. That's the type of talent that USA is producing. But when you look across the world, what kind of talent is coming up, or what kind of freakish athletes the rest of the world is producing, it's insane. For starters, with Victor Wembanyama, he's 7'4", he's like Kevin Durant but taller. He's just a freak of nature, right? And so it's hard to play against someone like that. He's from France, but then again, he has a brother who's younger than him. He's like 16 and he's like 7 feet tall. He's coming up. Those two are freak athletes that are going to be playing for teams like France, right? Then you have this teenager out of Montreal, Canada. His name is Olivier Roux. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, but look him up. He is the tallest teenager in the world. He's playing basketball. He's definitely going to make it to the NBA. He is a staggering 7 foot and 6 inches. He makes Zach Edey, who's 7'4", who I forgot to mention, by the way, he's also Canada, freak of nature, like 7'4". He makes Zach Edey and Victor Wembanyama look like normal human beings. That's the type of freak athletes the rest of the world is producing that are in the pipeline in comparison to Team USA, Cooper Flagg. And look, basketball, like any other sport, you really win based on two things. Either you're freakishly talented or you're just a physical specimen. Let's look at LeBron James and Stephen Curry for examples. Stephen Curry is not a physical specimen, right? But he is able to excel at basketball because of his extremely inhumane talent to shoot the ball at a very deadly accurate rate. And then there's LeBron James. LeBron James can't shoot the basketball like Steph Curry. But you look at LeBron James and he looks like a caricature of a human being. He looks like if aliens wanted to make a human being and they made a human being out of like a test tube in a lab somewhere. He's 6'9", 270 pounds of pure muscle, can jump out the gym, has the power of a locomotive. He is a literal human freak. And that's what enables him to just be so much better at basketball. And that's why I always say LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan, because when you look at LeBron's body, it's insane. And so back to the freak athletes that the rest of the world is producing. And I think there's going to be more of them when you look at a country like South Sudan. Last night, Team USA barely beat South Sudan. They escaped South Sudan in an exhibition match in London, in which Team USA won 101-100. And why did they win? Of course they won because they had LeBron James on the team. Again, still harkening back to the point that even though LeBron's old, he's still a big factor for Team USA. The reason I want to bring light to South Sudan is, yeah, they almost beat Team USA. But my family is originally from South Sudan, right? I was born in South Sudan, and as a baby, my family fled South Sudan to Uganda as refugees. Then as refugees, we came to Canada when I was 6. But the thing about the people of South Sudanese is they're incredibly lengthy and tall. What you just saw them do to Team USA, almost beat Team USA, that's a glimpse of what's to come for the future. Because you have to remember, South Sudan is a new country. It's only like 13 years old. It gained its independence in 2011. One of the players was talking and he said, we don't even have indoor basketball courts to practice on, right? He said they were a bunch of refugees that came together to make a team and play together every few weeks. That's how their national team came together. There were a bunch of refugees that also left South Sudan like I did. They came back and they just kind of threw this together, and they were almost able to beat the most talented assembled basketball roster in Team USA. And so I think the NBA, seeing what just came from South Sudan, is going to shed more light on there, try and develop more infrastructure to try and get more NBA players. And once that happens, you're going to see more and more players come from South Sudan. But then there's also NBA Africa that's doing this all around the continent of Africa. You're going to see a lot more talent come from Africa like that. And so that's why it's very glaring that Team USA dominance, it's not that it's on a decline, it's that the world is just catching up at such a fast rate. But yeah, guys, if you like this kind of content, make sure to hit the subscribe button, leave a like underneath this video, and leave your comments in the comment section below. And aside from that, thanks for watching.